Well, hi there, food friends. It's Kevin.
And Marianne behind the camera.
And welcome to Cavalcade of Food. And sis, today we are making a Christmas morning casserole. How does that sound?
Sounds delicious.
Yes. Who likes Christmas morning?
I do.
Yes. Christmas morning is a wonderful time for a lot of people. It's a time where often Christmas starts early, especially with kids, because they're so anxious to see what might be under the tree. Remember when we were kids, Mare, how early we got up on Christmas? Poor Mom and Dad. Anyways, but Christmas morning is just a nice time to be together and to maybe you open gifts, or I don't know, what is your Christmas morning tradition? Now that we're older, we usually have a fairly leisurely Christmas morning, but we do get up and we have coffee and maybe we open a few gifts and have something wonderful to eat. There's usually all kinds of great food lying around on Christmas morning. But Marianne, this is a casserole that's essentially a breakfast casserole, and what's nice about this is you can prepare it ahead of time. You can even bake it off the day before if you want, and just heat it through on Christmas morning. And it makes a wonderful breakfast all in one. How about that?
Sounds good.
And as you're lounging around in your pajamas, and I'm going to take an opportunity here to just say something. Pajamas are fine on Christmas morning. Pajamas in the afternoon at the grocery store, not fine. Okay, everybody, do not wear your pajamas outside of your house. Aren't I getting to be an old curmudgeon?
You sure are.
When did it be okay? When did it turn to be okay to wear slippers and pajamas to the store? Never in my book, but people are doing it all the time, more and more, and I don't get it. Anyways, I guess I'm just getting old, but is this where we are, where we don't have enough respect for ourselves or people because I certainly don't want to. I don't want any of you to see me in my pajamas. I'll tell you that. I don't know, but anyways, that is a total side rant, as I like to say, and I'm going to get back on track. But Christmas morning at home is a great time. Just be in your pajamas, enjoy the company of your family and friends if you have company visiting, and open gifts and have a wonderful breakfast. So this is what we're doing, and Mayor, we'll bring our food friends in a little closer to the action. I'm starting by browning a pound of sausage, okay? So this is a bulk breakfast sausage. Use your favorite brand, whatever it might be. We have a couple of markets here in Sanilac County that make wonderful homemade sausage, and so I'm using that. By the way, Mayor, don't want to use sausage? You could finally dice up a pound of bacon and do it with bacon if you wanted to. So,
or how about ham?
Yes, why not? And that actually wouldn't take much cooking because most hams are already cooked. So you just want to maybe put a little brown on it. Great idea. So whatever you want a pound of your breakfast meat of your choice. In this case, we're using sausage. And then it does require a dozen eggs. So I've got that. I don't know how much eggs cost where you are, but around here they're $4, sometimes plus a dozen. Seems like they were just 89 cents a dozen not too long ago, but it probably was a while. Anyways, But you need a dozen eggs, you need some cheese. So I've done a lot of the prep work already, and we'll talk about the ingredients as they come together. But for right now, honey, we're going to get our sausage browned up in the skillet here, and then we'll start adding some of the other ingredients to our Christmas morning casserole. Smells good already, doesn't it, Mary?
Yes.
So this is a pound of sausage, and it's almost done, I think. And you just want to get a nice brown on it. And we're using, one of our food friends calls this, I forget who said it, a chopster. Isn't that a perfect name for it?
Yeah.
These little gadgets. If you have one of these, then you know how wonderful they are for just a purpose like this, browning ground meat. And they do a nice job. So what I'm going to do here, Mare, is I want fairly small crumbles of the sausage. Now over here, honey, if you can pan the camera, I've got 1 cup of diced red bell pepper. Now you could use green pepper if you want, but I'm going to garnish our casserole when it's done with some chives. And so I like the red and green because it is Christmas morning, right?
Right.
So why not be festive? And I think the red peppers can be a little sweeter.
Yeah.
And then I've got a cup of diced fine red pepper, and then a cup of diced fine onion. Okay, so I think this is ready to come out, Mare, and here's how I'm going to do it. We'll get our chopster here. I've got a dish here lined with paper towel, and we're going to go just like this. Okay? Just to absorb any of the excess fat that might be there. So we're going to leave. Now you can see there's actually, this sausage is fairly lean. There's not a lot of fat left in this skillet. You see that, Mare?
Yeah.
So depending on the sausage you use and how much fat it might have, you might have more or less in there. So since there's not much sausage fat, if you had bacon, if you were doing bacon, you'd probably have more. But what I'm going to do instead is we will just put a little butter in here. How's that? That doesn't hurt. Again, I'm just, because I want some more fat in here, because what we're going to do now, Mare, is we are going to just saute our peppers and onions. So let's get our nice bell pepper in here, and let's get our onion in here, and we'll hit it with some salt, and we'll hit it with some pepper. This is sort of a coarse grind pepper that I like. And then let's get it. And we just want these to be, we don't want to brown them, we just want to get them soft and sweet in that skillet. And once they are, we will add them to our sausage crumbles. Just to show our friends here, Mare, look at, are those beautiful?
Yes.
Those onions and red bell pepper, and I put them with the sausage crumbles. Okay, so I got a dozen eggs in this bowl. Okay, can you see?
Yep.
So we are going to give these eggs a whisk. Break those yolks. Could you use a mixer for this? You could, but that's kind of overkill, honestly. Just a whisk is good. That's really all you need. You don't want to beat in too much air into the eggs, because if you do, the eggs will puff up a lot when they bake, and then when it cools, you know what they'll do?
Deflate.
Deflate. All right. So I think I've got these pretty nicely whisked. Now I got 2 cups here, Mare, of half and half. You could use whole milk if you don't have half and half. The half and half really gives it a nice richness, okay? So, and we know what happens, Mare, when you mix eggs and milk, right?
You get a custard.
You get a custard, yeah. So, okay. Look at that beautiful color. All right. Now we're going to season it. I'm going to put in about, say a half of a teaspoon of garlic powder. And a little S&P to taste. Okay. We'll get that in there. Okay. I think our eggs are seasoned up now. Now we've got to add some things in. I've got 2 cheeses here, Mir. I've got a sharp cheddar. This is 8 ounce. Now, I took an 8-ounce block of cheese and I shredded it myself. You don't have to shred it yourself. I prefer to shred my own cheese because shredded cheese that you buy already shredded sometimes has like a cellulose powder that helps to keep it from sticking and clumping together, and I don't like that. All right? So there's 2 cups, an 8-ounce block shredded of sharp cheddar. Then I've got an 8-ounce block here of Monterey Jack. You could use pepper jack cheese if you wanted to give it a little, what would we say that, Mare?
Spicy.
A little spice, a little zing. Okay. You could certainly do that. And I'll just mix this in here like that. So you could use, you could use the pepper jack. You could use mozzarella. You could use Monterey Jack, whatever you like.
Could you hold some of the cheese back and sprinkle it on top?
You could. Yes, you could definitely do that. Okay. Now the cheeses are in. Now we're going to put in our sausage and vegetables. Boy, we're going to about fill this bowl up, aren't we?
Yeah.
Again, you could have used diced, bacon. I loved your idea about the ham there. Again, diced. You want everything in small, smallish pieces, okay? All right. There's the egg mixture. Now, we got the old 54 Westinghouse heating up here, honey, to 350 degrees in the oven. I have sprayed a 9x13 baking dish with nonstick spray. So this is a perfect dish to use your 9 by 13. If you don't have a 9 by 13 glass baking dish, I will encourage you to get one, because this is probably one of the most used baking dishes in my kitchen, certainly, and I have quite a few 9 by 13. They're not expensive, and you can even do what I do. They're at the thrift store all the time, and estate sales and rummage sales, because a 9 by 13 is just one of those utensils that every kitchen should have. So anyways, give it a spray with nonstick spray, or you could butter it up, even better if you wanted to, and you could coat the inside with butter. All right, we've got one other ingredient that's going to go in here, and those are hash brown potatoes. So we'll be right back. All right, Toots. I've got 24 ounces of hash brown potatoes here, frozen. Okay, you buy these in the store, in the frozen foods in the bag. You want to shred your own and do it? You can. It's a little bit of a work. I just like using these. I am going to give them a little seasoning though, so I'm going to put another half teaspoon or so of garlic powder in there, and we're going to put a little pepper and just a smidge salt. Okay, and then let's toss these around. Okay. Now, we've got our greased 9 by 13. Let's pour in. Okay. Now, let's add our egg sausage mixture. I'm going to use a spatula here so I can get all of it. Did I tell our food friends that we're preheated to 350 degrees? If I didn't, I'll do it again. Okay.
You can see the liquid.
Can you
went
see
to
the egg
bottom.
at the bottom?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. I want to get all that egg in there. This is also something nice to take if you're going to a Christmas brunch or something like that. Again, you could prepare ahead of time and just bake off, or pre-bake and warm. All right, this is going to bake for about 45 minutes or so. Basically, should be nice and golden brown at the top, and the eggs should be set. Okay, Mayor, let's take a look and see how we're doing here. Ooh, does this look good? I'm going to take a knife. Yep. Put it in the center. If it comes out clean, then the eggs are set. Okay? See the nice golden brown we have on the top? And we will let this rest 10 to 15 minutes, okay? It will deflate a little bit too, I'll tell you, as it cools, but then we'll come back and we will cut into this Christmas morning casserole. So, honey, we have let this cool about 15 minutes since it's come out of the oven, and it's still plenty warm, believe me, okay? But I don't know if you can tell, maybe get a shot here. It has reduced slightly. It was, almost up to the rim of the baking dish, and it's down a little bit now. So it has settled in. And what I'm going to do is let me just go around here, and I'm going to cut this into some squares. And let's start with this corner piece. First piece is always the hardest to get out, so let's see if I can do it without a total disaster here. Almost, yep. There. Now, can you get in on that? Or are you able to see? Our little corner piece of casserole breakfast, Christmas morning breakfast casserole. So here, just how beautifully light colored that egg custard is. And basically, the foundation are hash brown. Hash brown potatoes. This is like a wonderful omelet all in one. You're getting it all. The sausage, the pepper and onion. The potatoes are sort of a neutral. They are providing a little structure, and then just interspersed, interwoven through all those goodies, and of course cheese galore, right, Mare? Because we put a bit of cheese in here. Interwoven is that creamy, that creamy egg mixture. That is wonderful. Again, this would be a hit. All right, I'm going to stop eating. This would be a hit, of course, Christmas morning, but bring this to a Christmas potluck, a brunch. People would go for it. It's easy to serve, just, cutting into squares, Mare, and it'll feed a crowd. We're going to get a few meals out of this, won't we, honey?
Yes.
Yes, it will definitely feed a crowd. I garnished with just a little bit of chives on the top, just to give it a little color, and it's nice because some of the red peppers are right on the top, and you have the green chives, and it's definitely Christmas. So, on behalf of my sister, Miss Mary Ann, and Mr. Ralph, and me, we want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a beautiful, joyful, healthy, safe holiday, and we are sending out our best vibes and wishes for a new year that's filled with all good things, good health, and good everything for all of us. So Marianne will remind them that the recipe for this Christmas morning casserole is in the description. And where's that?
At cavalcadeoffood.com.
Cavalcadeoffood.com is the website. Look in the description under the video for the recipe. We'll also remind you that this time of year, for those of you who listen to the Cavalcade Radio Hour, from wherever you are on the link to the Listen Live broadcast stream. It's all Christmas music, and we'll be back to regular programming after the first of the year. But anyways, Merry Christmas, everyone. Toots, thanks for working the camera.
You're welcome.
I hope everybody is warm and well, and we'll see you again back here real soon on Cavalcade of Food. Bye, everyone.
Bye.